Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be more new perfume releases of 2025, and we actually have 50 fragrances to go over. So I'm not going to be telling you guys if I'm adding any of these to bag, because honestly I'm not interested in a lot of the fragrances that are coming out. I'm only interested in 2 from the first set I'm going to discuss, and I will mention that in the beginning. And then I did pick up the last set of fragrances that I'm going to be talking about, and I'll do a video on that down the road. So hopefully I can zip through this, because I'm just going to let you guys know what is coming out, giving you guys a quick note breakdown and moving on to the next one. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so first up we have Kayali Vacay in a bottle. So this was a limited edition mini set that came out last year, and now this year it looks like she's re-releasing it again. I believe limited time as well, but in 50 ml bottles. We have Capri in a bottle, Lemon Sugar 14, Marrakesh in a bottle, Orange Blossom 24, Maui in a bottle, Sweet Banana 37, and Maldives in a bottle, Ylang and Cocoa 20. So if you want more detail on this range, check out my video below. I am planning on picking up Maui in a bottle once my points from picking up Maldives in a bottle come through. So those are the 2 that I'm definitely picking up in 50 mls. And then I'll probably skip on Marrakesh, and I'm still on the fence with Capri Lemon Sugar in a bottle, but I am tempted. I did like that one, but not as much as I enjoyed Maldives and Maui. So I did want to bring those up in case you really enjoyed the line and you want the 50 ml bottles. Those are available now at Sephora and on Huda Beauty's site. All right, then it looks like Victoria's Secret is coming out with their summer bombshell fragrances. We have Santorini, Saint Tropez, and Amalfi. Bombshell Santorini, this is in a pretty blue bottle. This is going to have notes of vanilla, musk, driftwood, and peony. Then we have Bombshell Saint Tropez in this pretty blush pink bottle. This is going to have notes of pineapple, peony, and musk. And then last we have, in this really pretty pale yellow bottle, we have Bombshell Amalfi with notes of tangerine, driftwood, and peony. So again, that is Victoria's Secret's Bombshell summer fragrances. Then it looks like Lancome is coming out with a O collection, and I looked up these fragrances, and when I did see older bottles, but they look more like fragrance mists. But we have Off Now, Over the Top, and O Zenith. Off Now is in this pretty green bottle with top notes of citrus, middle notes of verbena, and base notes of sandalwood. Over the Top, I don't know if the bottle's pink or the liquid is pink, but this is the pink one, and this has top notes of green notes, tomato leaf, and fruity notes, middle notes of jasmine, and base notes of woody notes. And then we have O Zenith with top notes of fruity notes, middle notes of jasmine and white flowers, and base notes of Manoi oil. So again, that is going to be Lancome's O collection. Then we have 3 vanilla fragrances that are coming out from Zara. You guys already know how I feel about Zara, but if you're interested, they're coming out with Captivating Vanilla, Lush Vanilla, and Radiant Vanilla. Captivating Vanilla is going to have notes of pink sugar, black plum, jasmine sambac, and Madagascar vanilla. Radiant Vanilla is going to have notes of pear, sandalwood, solar freesia, creamy milk, and vanilla. And then Lush Vanilla is going to have notes of caramel, kiwi, cinnamon, peach, vanilla, and patchouli. All right, then next we have from Nest, we have their Voyage collection, and this is going to have 6 fragrances. So first up we have Cerulean Coast, and this is going to have notes of bitter orange, sea flora, salted driftwood, amber, and musk. We have Tempting Tonka. This is going to have notes of tonka bean, vanilla absolute, and cedarwood. Then we have Opulent Osmanthus. This is going to have notes of apricot, pear, osmanthus, and jasmine sambac. We have Rose Sublime. This is going to have notes of rose, lily of the valley, sandalwood, and musk. Then we have Oud Mystique, and this is going to have notes of iris, labdanum, hinoki, and Saharan oud. And then we have Hypnotic Amber, and this is going to have notes of cardamom, amber, dark woods, patchouli, rose, incense, and vanilla. So again, that is from Nest, and that is the Voyages collection. All right, then we have 2 fragrances from Lattafa. Well, there's actually a few fragrances coming out from Lattafa, but these are flankers to the Eclair fragrance. I don't know if there's just the one Eclair or if there's already been a few out, but we have Eclair Pistache and Eclair Banoffee. And I don't see any notes for them, but I assume that these are going to be gourmand fragrances. All right, then next we have 2 fragrances coming out from Louis Vuitton. We have a re-release, which is Sun Song, and this is going to be a citrus fragrance for both men and women. And this is going to have top notes of lemon, petitgrain, middle notes of neroli and orange blossom, and base notes of musk. And then we have in collaboration with TM, and this is called Spell on You. This fragrance is going to be a floral fragrance for women, and this is going to have top notes of green notes, Tuscan iris, middle notes of Chinese jasmine and rose, and base notes of white musk and acai and peach. So again, that's 2 new ones from Louis Vuitton, and that's Sun Song and Spell on You. All right, and then another fragrance that's coming out. Now this is a 3rd in the line. So we have from Raja, we have Isola Verde, and the prior fragrances that came out were Isola Blue and Isola Sol. So Isola Verde is an aromatic fruity fragrance for both men and women. This is going to have top notes of hedione, mandarin, and clementine, middle notes of magnolia, osmanthus, melon, lily of the valley, guava, and divana, and base notes of patchouli, ambroxan, pink pepper, cardamom, sandalwood, cedarwood, tobacco, and rum. Raja always has a lot of notes in their fragrances, and I have tried quite a few from Raja. I've tried a lot of 2 ml samples, and even though they have a lot of notes, this fragrance house is very well, like their fragrances are very well blended. You guys would have to let me know, because Isola, that range actually does look very pretty. The notes look very beautiful on the fragrances. It looks very summery. You'll have to let me know what your thoughts are. I am intrigued, but it's an expensive house, so it's not anything I plan on picking up. But if you tried it, let me know your thoughts. Okay, and then next we have from Acro, we have Crush. This is going to be a floral fruity gourmand, and this is going to have top notes of almond, lychee, middle notes of Bulgarian rose, and base notes of vanilla and praline. Then we have a new one from Maison Margiela's replica. This is called Ideal One, and the fragrance description for this is skin musks and lavender, and this is going to be a woody fragrance for men and women with top notes of elemi, Calabrian bergamot, and orange, middle notes of orange blossom and lavender, and base notes of musk, oud, vanilla, guaiac wood, cyparol, and styrax. And then Dior is coming out with a new fragrance called Rose Star. This is going to be a floral fragrance for both men and women with top notes of Sichuan pepper, pear, lemon, middle notes of rose, and base notes of honey and musk. This is going to be a rosy, citrusy, fresh, spicy, honey, sweet, floral, musky, fruity, herbal, and powdery scent. All right, then next we have from Tom Ford. It looks like we're getting another black orchid. This is called Black Orchid Reserve, and this is going to have a black orchid accord, ylang ylang, and tonka bean. I'm sure there are a lot more notes, especially if it's a black orchid flanker, because black orchid has a lot of notes. So if you're a fan of black orchid, it looks like they're coming out with Black Orchid Reserve. All right, then we have a new one from Jean Paul Gaultier. This is going to be a flanker to the Divine. I believe this is the 3rd in the range, so the 2nd flanker to the original, and this is Gaultier's Divine Elixir, and this is going to be a floral fragrance for women with top notes of salt, middle notes of tuberose, and base notes of tonka bean. This is described as tuberose, salty, white floral, marine, animalic, and vanilla. Doesn't sound like my kind of fragrance, but again, that is Jean Paul Gaultier's Divine Elixir. All right, then we have Burberry Goddess Parfum, and the notes that I was able to find online look like the same notes of the original, so I am not sure if this is supposed to be deeper or maybe there are going to be additional notes, but this has notes of lavender, vanilla, vanilla caviar, and Vanilla Absolute. So the original had this vanilla trio, and then the flanker, which was the intense version, had a fourth vanilla, which was vanilla wood that gives off a kind of smoky, incensey vibe. And I wanted to talk about this third flanker because Burberry Goddess, the original, is a fragrance that I love. It made it into like my top 10 for life. But Burberry Intense, the flanker, I could not stand that fragrance. I disliked it so much. So I'm curious to know what this one smells like, if it's going to be what I thought the Intense was going to be, like a stronger version. So it's one I would try in store. I don't think this is out yet. If anyone has tried it, let me know. But I'm interested to see what this smells like, only because the original I just absolutely loved and I disliked the flanker so much. So I wonder what this third one is going to smell like. All right, next we have from Sniff, we have Gentle Reminder, and this is supposed to be a follow-up to the fragrance Heal the Way. They both have similar bottles in that they have this pretty kind of pastel color with this silver writing on it. Heal the Way is the one in the blue bottle, and then Gentle Reminder is in this pretty kind of lavender bottle. And this is considered a floral fruity gourmand, and this is going to have top notes of sugar, milk, dates, and black tea, middle notes of purple yam, and lavender, and base notes of Palo Santo. So I will say that purple yam sounds very interesting. So this scent is described as sweet, lactonic, lavender, and vanilla. So again, that is Gentle Reminder by Sniff. All right, then we have a new fragrance from the Clean Classic range. This is called Tropical Escape, and this is going to be a floral fruity fragrance, and it's going to have top notes of bergamot, orange, pineapple, middle notes of jasmine, heliotrope, coconut milk, and base notes of cedarwood, tonka bean, and sandalwood. So this is going to be like a citrusy, vanilla, sweet, powdery coconut, aromatic, fresh, spicy fragrance. Then we have a collaboration with Okja and Paul Reacts, and this is Strawberry Sensation. This is going to have top notes of juicy strawberry, spun sugar, heart notes of vanilla buttercream, and Brett cyclamen, and base notes of sandalwood, tonka bean, amber, and creamy musk. This looks like it's going to be a fruity gourmand, if I had to guess. So again, that is Okja's Strawberry Sensation in collaboration with Paul Reacts. Then we have a new one from The Maker, which is actually a brand that I haven't heard of. This is called Revel, but I thought the ad was really pretty and it looks like a nice fragrance for summer. This is going to be available at Sephora, and this is going to have notes of lychee, pineapple, frangipani flower, rose water, and velvet musk. Again, I haven't heard of this brand, but if you guys have tried this, let me know. Again, the notes and the ad look really pretty, and this looks like it's going to be a really nice summer fragrance. All right, then we have from Anna Sweed, we have Neon Twist. I will say that I find her bottles to be adorable. I've never gone down the rabbit hole of Anna Sweed because there's just too many to keep up with, but this looks like it's going to be a floral fruity fragrance, and it's going to have top notes of hibiscus, grapefruit, and bergamot, middle notes of jasmine, neroli, guava, and ice cream, and base notes of amber, musk, and white woods. And this is in this cute Sunday looking bowl. So again, that's Neon Twist by Anna Sweet. Then we have a new one from Kenzo. This is Low Pure, and this is going to be a citrus aromatic fragrance for both men and women, and this is going to have top notes of lemon and mandarin, middle notes of aquazone and lavender, and base notes of sandalwood and musk. Sounds like it's going to be a very citrusy, fresh lavender fragrance, very aromatic for summertime. So again, that's Low Pure by Kenzo. Then we have a new one in the Zadig and Voltaire. This is her range. This is called Burning Love. There's going to be a men and women's version. This one is the women's version with top notes of pistachio liqueur, middle notes of chestnut and vanilla, and base notes of wheat bran and sandalwood. And this is going to be a gourmand fragrance. Then we have a limited edition bottle. So the fragrance is the same, the bottle is limited edition, and this is from Karolina Herrera. This is Tweed Talk, and this comes in a really pretty tweed print bottle with this pink belt. So again, it is a limited edition bottle, and this is Good Girl Blush. So this is an ambery floral fruity fragrance with top notes of bergamot and bitter almond, heart notes of ylang ylang and peony, and base notes of vanilla and tonka bean. I think the bottle is super cute. If they did limited edition 30 ml bottles, I would consider buying them, but I believe these are the larger like 100 ml bottles. So again, limited edition bottle, and it's Good Girl Blush. And then next we're gonna go over some fragrance hair and body mist. So it looks like Miss Dior is coming out with new hair mist, and we have Miss Dior the Eau de Parfum hair mist, Miss Dior Parfum hair mist, and then Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet hair mist. There's also a Miss Dior hair oil. All right, then we have the Kayali collection, and this is from Josie Moran, and this is a body and hair mist collection with 4 layerable scents. We have Vanilla Vibes. This is going to have notes of vanilla bean, juniper berries, and cedarwood. Then we have Topless Tangerine. This is going to have pixie tangerine, pink grapefruit, and brown sugar. And then we have Golden Hour, which is going to have notes of amber, white musk, and santal. And then we have Bohemian Fig, and this is going to have notes of vetiver, vanilla orchid, and bergamot. All right, then we have 2 new body mists, hair and body mists from Fleur. We have Beach Skin with notes of bergamot, salted tiare flower, and sandalwood. And then we have Peach Skin with notes of peach, vanilla orchid, and white freesia. And then last, to close out this video, which I did pick up these fragrances, we have 3 from Ellis Brooklyn. We have Banana Milkshake, Mango Milkshake, and Lychee Milkshake. I'll go over these in more detail in a future video, probably like a are they full bottle worthy, where I'll go over travels and then fragrances that I just went ahead and picked up and let you guys know if I'll be getting a larger bottle or if I regret getting the larger bottle. So we'll start with Lychee Milkshake. Spoiler, this one's my favorite, with top notes of a sparkling cassis, lychee milkshake, pink pepper, middle notes of red freesia, violet orchid, raspberry leaves, and base notes of ambrodelide, sugarcane, and sandalwood. Next we have Mango Milkshake with top notes of mango mousse, tangelo, lemon, middle notes of coconut blossom, raw sugarcane, beach freesia, and base notes of tonka bean, vanilla, and upcycled musk. And then last we have Banana Milkshake, and this is going to have top notes of muskmelon, banana milk, papaya, middle notes of apricot skin, vanilla orchid, pine berry, which is I guess a white strawberry, and then base notes of vanilla ice cream, rumwood, and tonka bean. So I did pick up those 3. I also picked up 2 of the ones that came out previously, which was Vanilla Sin and Marshmallow. These 2 I haven't tried yet, so I'll probably try these next. So that is my rundown of 50 more releases that are coming out in 2025. It's just getting ridiculous at this point, and there are a lot of fragrances on this list that I'm not interested in. I'm getting more into really playing with what I have, letting go of what I don't think I'm gonna pick up again, and just curating my collection. So if you haven't caught my declutter video, which I filmed last week, go ahead and check that video out. I also have a giveaway in that video, but that will do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below, are there any fragrances that you guys are interested in picking up? Are there fragrances that you've already picked up, and what are your thoughts on them? But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.